this is what I'm training you to be like. The 4 horsemen of the motherfucking apocalypse. Fucking warriors, not whiners, not warriors. Do you think Donald Trump's a whiner? Do you think he worries and gives a fuck what you think of him? Do you think Elon Musk gives a fuck what you think of him? Do you think the late Steve Jobs gave a fuck what you thought of him? Do you think Bill Gates gives a fuck? And I can go on and on and on. The only one that gives a fuck is you. And you.
We take too much time procrastinating. And because we're afraid of failure, and fear is false expectations appearing real. We're worried about what other people think. We're trying to fit in. And I can go through a whole litany of bullshit. It's not bullshit because it's not true. Litany of stuff why you are where you are because you just didn't do it. You didn't want to make a mistake. You got a mortgage. You got 2 ex-wives. You got a 15-year-old daughter who's pregnant. Your dad's got Alzheimer's. Your mother's got emphysema, spitting up blood. I can go on and on and on and on. But the bottom fucking line is, if you had 15 years ago you had just done it, 10 years ago you had just fucking done it, 5 years ago if you had just fucking done it, 6 fucking months ago if you just fucking done it, you probably wouldn't be in the position you're in now. So I'm saying no matter what your age is, it's still time to just fucking go out and do it.
See, but you're not willing to make the sacrifices that those icons have made. Richard Branson, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and I all share one common trait. We lived in our offices for 10 years, approximately 10 years. We slept in our office 10 years. $10 years, and I was married those 10 years. In fact, all those, well, Steve was not married, but not many people want to sleep in your office. I used to be pissed off because it took me an hour to get home. That's, and this is before laptops and shit like that. You could work in your car. Fuck, that's too much time to waste. I just stay at the office. When I was on Wall Street, my boss, and he tells my kids this story, and my kids don't like to hear the story. I used to have security guards drag your father out of the building because he'd be there 8, 9, 10 days straight. I'd send my secretary to go get me clean underwear and clean shirts, and I used to bathe in the bathroom. 24/7. Because you do what you don't do what they tell you to do. You do what you see. See people do. And my kids are hard work, and they work, quantum hours. But when my dad retired from the LAPD after 28 years, he had over 700 days statutory leave he didn't take in 28 years. 700 days. And if you do the calculation, that means he never fucking took a day off. And they gave him a check for $45,000 or $48,000, which they don't do now, which is a lot of goddamn money back in the late 60s when he left. But I never saw my dad take a day off. So why would I take a day off?
You want to take the easy way out because you think life is a journey. That is horseshit. Life's a journey if you're a moron and you're retarded. That's why, that's what you've done with the life up heretofore. It's been a journey. And how good is the fucking journey? You tell me. Wouldn't you have rather, when the first time you went out with somebody that you thought you were in love with, thought is the operative word, wouldn't you have lied to have a template? Oh, let's follow this process because that is a journey. And all the mistakes you made, and raising this fucking little shithead for kids you got, instead of having this book. Life doesn't have to be a journey. It's a journey for morons. Do you think life is a journey for the Trump kids? It's a motherfucking process, the same process his daddy raised him by. Same for me. Life ain't a journey if you're my kid. It's a goddamn process. So you tell me, if you're results orientated at all, who's better off? The journey or the process? And for the most part, most people in this room and most people listening on YouTube have to come to the realization, as sad as it is, that you have pissed, you have urinated, heretofore, up until this morning, your entire life down a fucking shithole. Very simple. That's it. If you want to create massive wealth. If you just want to be a happy, slappy housewife from fucking Dundee, or a happy, slappy bimbo from fucking Toronto, or a happy, slappy guy who goes to the Little League games in Mesa, Arizona, then that's okay. But if you want to create some fucking money, and money's not everything. But if you don't think money can buy happiness, you don't know where to fucking shop. But without money, you can't save a fucking thing. Don't you understand? Don't the fucking idiots on YouTube understand that? Until you make some shekels. Until you make some fucking coin. You can't help anybody. Because if love got the job done, you wouldn't all be fucked up. Right now, on November 8th, I announced that when Mr. Trump, whether you love him or hate him, this was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II. See, I know what he was going to do. I know what he's going to do now. And he hasn't even got started. Now, what are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. That's what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to get any better than this, kids. This is the, as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it. I never thought I'd live to see it again. This is going to make the 80s look like a nursery rhyme, which I, praise Allah, praise Buddha, praise God, I participated in slashing and raping everybody in the 80s. Legally. This is going to make that look like a fucking nursery rhyme. And what are you going to tell your kids? Oh, I had to spreadsheet it. I had to think about it. I had to read another book on M&A, you fucking morons.